Shaitanir-Rajim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Dear students of class 3rd, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear students, today the lesson we are going to read is titled A Little Fish Story. Tato bacho. Yus az sabak paro. Tat now A Little Fish Story. In x lakch mokch gairi hans dalil. Well, Tato bacho. Iskarotil shuru. Image reading. There are a great many million fish in the sea, but this story is about just one of them and a very small one. Is samandar samshan ajsan lachbuz gaad asan chat samandar sandar. Magar you see story is pado you sirf x guidance o gaad this so tato bachu is ta lakat asan ch. Tim se lakch gaadi mutlik she story ye dalil. Now this little fish had everything in the sea to make him contented, but he was not happy. Ye lakad gaad yus at samandars mas rozan emis prat kan cheez mas mayasr asan emis mutmain gasn khatra. Yani yus cheez mein zurat asan ch su at samandars mas mawjood. Mar ye prat kan cheez mawjood asne bawajood tato bachi asan na khosh. Yani chin ye lakad gaad khosh asan kihin. You will laugh when I tell you why he was not. Tato bacho. Tu yesu. Agar tai vanbu. Ye kejas no khoshki. He was unhappy because he was very small. Tato bacho. Yus sata na khosh. Tikez? Yus panis pan samjan ki bas ak lakad gaad. It's very hard to be such a little mite of a fish, he would say. Tikez aksar vanan. It's bad. Wakat chiye. Ki bis ak lakad gaad. Yani kosanus panas. Mazamatas kan panas panas. Bakes ak lakad gaad. Over and over again. He would say over and over again. Yes, bar was on. He kosan panas panas. Ki bakes ak lakad gaad. If I were only larger, how much happier I could be. Hi, gosh. Basa imnish bud. And he said it so many times that I think he believed it. In immune, Mishikin, Kisa I say bar vanani, cover courage Pirasi dos vanani, Prativis I say vanani, bar. Because he is lakat. Tato bacho. Empat kaj gasanimis. One day he was swimming along with the rest of his school and thinking. Agdashi Sramatwayat, Samandar Sandar, in his swimming karamchi. Yim Burki, Gada Sanch, Imsinikat, Tamta Sanch, Emistan Pakan, the Utmus, Soch Vicharsman, Sochan Asan. No doubt, how much more the larger fish had to be thankful than he. These earth swatch must him than Bajigards manish, Tamkasa Quash Asan, Tam Asan Shukur Paranat pet, Kesh Baj. Nitim nice packer pan wood asnas pet Birkin garden. The earth swatch much. When suddenly, with no warning, he found himself along with his shoal in the meshes of a great net. Earth must swatch which are so much tato bacho. In him swatching yasan. Earth much ajankan. Bagarikun iman alarming. In a bagarikun iman warning. Achankant ak bud zal pewan at samandars mas. Im gadas hashim sait, im sait some bulky guards im sait. He found himself along with his shoal in the meshes of a great net. Atmosini pasa at zalas mas. Sorry, lakchi guard. Guard. There was much floundering and splashing as the net was drawn up out of the water into the sunlight. It was Bagdar Machayet. Like it's so charged, Eskia Banu, is he Pasaya Zalasmas? In Tamam guide, in it Talamala legim. What legim carnatmas? With perishing in his halsums. You call now you never out carni zal in Ab months. And just as its hole was being emptied into the boat, the smallest fish in the shoal wriggled through the mesh and slip it back into the cool, clear water. Yel zal kholim yus khali zal. Yem zanam gadas phasam zat mas tamam imo. Im zalas im zada sachma zada muz ism nirit sajmas. The wapsas gamsum with soft shafaf samudrkis abs muz. B. How good it felt. Yim kaz khosh asan. Dacho bacho. Bachai. Is im shikir, im hazan, is an zalos trum with muzum pase. Mar lakcha asn bau asn sab. Sajim kirkma silip imo. Zal kema bharo andra. Am kasa khosh asan. मिसाल के तौर पर टाटो बच्चो अगर तुम कुन जाइन आसान पत तुम कम मुश्किल वक्त इवान तो बासान कि फसे पत फसन से मज तिस कह वत लगान अत यम सब तुम बचान तम आफत नश तम मुसीबत नश तो तुम कत खुश आसान टाटो बच्चो कि बचाए यम नश इथे कन गई यम गाड़ तम जबरदस्त खुश अम पत He swam here and there and everywhere, and some of the fish who knew him well all the rest of his life said that they never again heard him say that he wished to be anything but a little fish. Dava lajma what tulni amchu srant waya goda yipur samadars maz goda dachinti goda khovir im khushi sitin chumyu what tulan singamaran ch atmas samadars mazam srant wayan chim atmas samadars maz dava im tam gad im zan im sait as im sait asna baki gad हमेशा अम्स जिंदगी अंदर यम वुचान अमस बार बार यह नाशुक्री करान कि बह क्या बड़ कह बस लकट यह शर्मान अत पे नाशुक्री करान अत पे दपा इमो वोन दपा अस बोज जान त पत यह बे शिकवा करे बे शिकायत करे बह क्या लकट यह पे पन्नस लकट आसनस पे फकर करान खुश लिहाजा टठ बचो अम स्टोरी नश मेज यह नसीहत कि यह तिश अस पे शुक्र पड़न हजरत अल्लाह जल शानस कुन कि अस बनित इत बेन बे कह मखलूक बनवित अस पज न यह चाहत कर कि ना क्या हु या बेकसी क्या बन कह ये तिच अथ पे शुक्र पड़न हजरत अल्लाह जल शान सुन टाठ बचो तो यह नसीहत यम स्टोरी नश मिलान तो आज पो युत